We just spent 5 weeks in Goa, India, one of the country's most popular tourist destinations. It's known for its incredible beaches, beautiful scenery, vibrant nightlife, Portuguese heritage, and it's kind of like blend of high energy but also laid back kind of coastal vibes. Our bestie Sanju, who you actually met in our Mumbai video, has been calling Goa her partial home for the past 6 years. And now we're here with her to experience it for ourselves. We're gonna be exploring the best coffee shops, hanging out at the beaches, and finding some really cool markets. So come along with us as we explore this amazing state.
Welcome to Goa. Goa is the smallest state in India. So right now we are in the town of Anjuna and we are checked into our beautiful hostel. Now the reason we checked into this place is because they actually have a skate park on site, which I have already skated, and I can tell you it's actually a really cool park. But we are so excited to be here in Goa, India's smallest state, and we are going to be here for a while exploring. So come along for the ride and let us show you where we are staying. So beside me here is the skate park. This is a massive quarter pipe, and the park doesn't actually look too busy right now, which is great news because yesterday it was busy for most of the day. There's probably like half a dozen to a dozen kids here under the age of 10 who all skateboard, and having this in their backyard means they absolutely rip. It's actually crazy being here. Even if you're not a skateboarder, to just be able to watch these kids skateboard is so impressive. Skateboarding is not a huge sport in India. It's actually relatively new, and they don't have a lot of skate parks around the country. But when you do get to a skate park, there are usually a ton of kids that absolutely shred. So it's actually quite a treat to watch.
And they do it with no shoes on.
Which is so sketchy.
Like they're just skating around, no shoes on. They all leave their shoes at the front.
Yeah.
So to give you the lay of the land, the skate park is over here. And then right over here, you can see is the shelter. All right, so when we say that we love the accommodation here, we're not saying it's because it's a 5-star hotel. It's not necessarily luxurious, okay? But basically there are these little primitive kind of cabins on the property. So they do have electricity in them. You can turn the lights on, and there is a fan in there as well, charge all your stuff. To go to the toilet and stuff, it is in this like little outdoor area outside of the cabin. But if you know us, you know that we did van life for 3 years. We built a tiny home of our own actually, outside of Toronto, Ontario. We're totally used to this style of living, and it's so nice to be able to just wake up and walk straight to the skate park for Nick. That is literally his dream. It's small, but it's really all we need. Right beside the skate park, there's like this kitchen area here, but we actually didn't pack our own groceries because just a little bit further down the path is the restaurant. So for the past 2 days, we have been spending basically all of our time at this restaurant, Baba Aram. But this morning I got this Veggie Delight bagel. It has all sorts of like roasted mushrooms and capsicum, all this goodness on this delicious looking bagel. And the vibe in here is just so good, like I can't explain. It's just so breezy. However, the more that I speak, the less that I'm eating this bagel.
This morning while we were waiting for breakfast, I decided to just go over and skate a little bit. And one of the kids there I was skating with, she's probably like maybe 7 years old. But as we were finishing up breakfast, she came over. She basically was gesturing that she wanted to use my board. So I let her use my board. I'm gonna go over and skate with all the kids now. It seems like there's quite a few of them. So check this out.
Can I try?
Sorry, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'll go around and then I'll come up here and then I'll show you after, okay? This is a pretty fun park. But skating in this subtropical climate is also extremely hot and extremely humid, so it was nice to jump in the pool and cool off. And now I'm going to enjoy some pizza, and Rachel got an interesting choice for lunch, which was French onion soup.
Mapusa Market is one of the region's most vibrant markets, where vendors from all over Goa gather to sell their goods. It offers everything from fresh produce, spices, and local Goan delicacies to handcrafted souvenirs and textiles.
Today we are in Mapusa, just shopping around, enjoying the market here. I've already bought myself a t-shirt and a couple of guavas. So as we were walking by this one store in the market, Rachel had a very keen eye and saw probably one of the coolest hats I've seen here so far, outside of the Hellman's Mayo Superfan hat. But we found a throught hat, officially licensed throught merch.
The HP in yen.
Did you get it for $150?
Yeah.
Sick, nice.
Nick is shopping.
Yeah.
And of course we couldn't leave the market without picking up some poi, which is a Goan bread baked in a traditional wood-fired oven. Also, I hope that you guys remember our dear friend Sanju from our Mumbai video.
I want these! Okay, so now we are at Vinayak, and this place is super famous in Goa, and also people from all around India come here for the fish thali. We did make it for the fish thali at lunchtime, but today we are in a prawn mood. So we're just gonna get prawns, lepon, which if you don't know, you should look that up. They are delicious. And we're also gonna get Bombay duck or bombil. Yo, it's raining. What? Okay, yeah. And we're drinking some kingfisher in the meantime. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And dude, this place was packed. We waited about an hour just for the table. But yeah, it's gonna be so worth it. I can't imagine they're not gonna love it. So yeah, let's go.
We're counting in Hindi while we wait for our food. I just learned it right now, but Nick already knew it, so that's not fair. Ek, do, teen, char, panch. No, wait for me. Ek, do, teen, che.
No. Ek, do, teen, char,
Panch, che.
Sat,
At,
no,
Das.
das. Even though it's called Bombay duck, it's actually a kind of fish here. And the flavor of it is so nice. It's like a mild fish. It's very, very soft. But the rava fry on the outside of the fish is so flavorful. It's got a really nice spice level to it, and it just adds like a nice crunch as well. This is actually up there with like one of my favorite fishes. The texture of it's really, really nice, and the flavor's really good as well.
This is lepon.
It's not as soft as the Bombay duck, but the rava fry is still like a similar taste. It gives it just kind of like, I mean, the rava fry is really nice.
Rava fry will be on everything.
Rava fry on everything. Maybe that's really like the main flavor that I'm tasting, but the fish itself, again, just seems like a mild fish. And last but not least, we are trying the rava fry prawns.
North Goa is home to some of India's most famous beaches, and each one of them offers kind of a different vibe. Like Anjuna and Vagator are known for its kind of bohemian charm, but also the nightlife. Morjim and Ashram are more laid-back beaches, and then Arambol is more like a hippie beach, which has crazy nightlife as well. And for the majority of our stay, we were staying in either the town of Salem, and then we moved to stay at both Mandrem and Morjim Beach. The best way to get around Goa is definitely by renting a motorbike, because Goa, for the most part, doesn't have any rickshaws like certain towns do, but in these kind of coastal beachy areas, it's either taxis or driving yourself around.
Good morning from Mandrem Beach. Our first beach visit in Goa, and let me tell you, it is hot. We came in the middle of the day. What time is it right now? It's 2:35, so it is the heat of the day. Anyone who's been like watching our videos for a while knows that Nick and I are both, we feel the most grounded when we're by the sea, and it's just so nice to be here. But today we are at the riverside, and we're just grabbing a little bite to eat before we explore more. What a beautiful day. Nick got fish garlic tikka, and I got some veg momos.
This is where Nick had his first ever fish tikka, which became his favorite dish of the trip.
So warm! Nick, it's so warm.
I know. It's probably one of the warmest oceans I've ever swam in.
And speaking of firsts, our first swim in Goa unfortunately came
My
with
ankle's
Nick's
fucking
first ever jellyfish sting.
Oh yeah, it's all like dawning. First jellyfish sting.
Ouch.
One thing that you should know about Sanju is that she loves coffee and she always knows the best places to get it. So that's why we're here at G-Shot, about to try some of the best coffee in the area. Good morning. We are starting our day here at G-Shot, which is a coffee shop, roastery here in Asagao. I got a vegan Vietnamese iced coffee. It's made with cashew butter, I believe. A sourdough cookie. Our friend Sandra has been coming here for years, so she definitely knows the stuff. And when she has a chance to make a coffee, she's gonna take it. So here we go into the back so she can make a little seahorse latte art.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
I actually the other day, there's a blobbiest little seahorse.
Seahorse.
I can make a better.
Full disclaimer, she's a little bit out of practice, okay? I gotta be a homie and let you know that she thinks this is not the best one that she's made. She's a little bit out of practice and she has a fractured thumb from saving literally a cat the other day. So give her a little bit of a rest, but this place is so cute. They've even come over and given us some gelato flavors to sample. Everything is just so good. It's so cute in here. Throughout our time in Goa, one of the best things we could have done was multiple volunteer shifts at WAG. WAG is a non-profit organization dedicated to rescuing, rehabilitating, and providing medical care to stray and injured animals across Goa. Located in Sealim, WAG operates a shelter and clinic where they treat abandoned dogs, cats, and other animals. We actually have an entire video coming out about this experience, so more on this later, but I highly recommend checking them out and donating or even volunteering if you're visiting Goa for an extended amount of time.
Today we are at Dudu Falafel, and despite the name, the food actually does look very good. So we're staying just off of Mandrem Beach, which is the next beach down from Arambol, but all of these beaches are connected. From Arambol all the way down to Morjim, you can like walk along the whole beach, and there's all these restaurants set up. And we just walked it the other day with Sanju, and it's actually a lot of fun. But once you get to Arambol, it is crazy busy. There are people everywhere. It's kind of like a hippie haven. But that being said, we do actually really like it here. It is a cool spot, despite how busy it can get. North Goa is known as like the party place to go. And this area that we're in is parties every single night of the week. We are out in the morning, of course. People honking and laying on their horns, Jesus. Of course we're out in the morning, so people aren't partying like that right now. But we're gonna be out and about all day today, and we're gonna take you along with us to explore this interesting area of North Goa. So as you can see behind me, there are all kinds of shops here in Arambol. Guitars, there's drums. Back here, obviously, tons of bags. There's spots for jewelry, there's spots for sunglasses, artwork. And what's interesting is a lot of these markets have much more unique things compared to some of the other markets that we've seen. Also, there's a ton of tattoo shops, which is interesting. And this is the beach, which is actually not too busy at the moment. It's going to get more and more crowded as the day goes on, for sure.
Right off the main road here in Morjim is our favorite place now. We have been here almost every single day, and it's called the Tibet Cafe. They have momos, they have thukpa, and that's what I've ordered today. I've ordered a veg thukpa. And if you don't know what that is, I didn't either before coming to India, but it's everywhere here. Tibetan food is very popular here. Tibetan and Nepalese food are both really popular. And you can find momos, which are basically like, sorry if I'm explaining to people who already know, but for our viewers who don't know, momos are like dumplings. There's a lot of roadside stops that have them, but like a lot of restaurants sell them as well. They'll have like prawn momos, veggie momos, paneer momos. Anyways, it's basically just this like these noodles and then any vegetable that you can think of. There's cabbage in here. I think that there's spinach in this one. There's definitely green onion, corn, potato. Oh, it's just onion. It's just so filled with like all this veggie goodness. I could live at this place. This is one of those places that like when we leave Goa, I'm gonna be thinking of and missing a lot.
Tonight we are at the night market in Vagator. I think it's called the Hilltop Night Market. Tickets were 200 rupees for entry each. And then there's all of these like local artisans and oh God, just so many talented people all around with all of these selling anything that you can think of, from jewelry to candles. It's a night market, there's everything. There's cocktails here I'm looking at right now. Lemongrass mojito and sugarcane martini. I'm like, there's so many options. There's so much beautiful food. Nina ended up getting a salad bar plate where you could pick like 6 types of salad and then between tofu, fish, or something else. San got bratwurst and I just got some Vietnamese salad rolls. But they have everything. They have a whole chat section. They have like kebab, fish curry, too many options. Like we were walking around for ages trying to pick what we wanted.
The night market is such a good vibe. I can't even explain. Just so fun. Lots of people, but not too like crowded because it is just outside and it's just so breezy and lovely here. Yeah, really cool and would highly recommend.
Hell yeah, dude.
I knew we wanted to go and eat dinner on the beach, so I had scoped this place out. I zoomed in on the map and I found that it's called Ding Dong.
I like it.
I like it too.
Here, while we're waiting for our food, I'll come out and kind of show you. I must say that it's pretty foggy though, so it's not like we're getting like a crazy sunset right now. But that wasn't the point of tonight. The point of tonight was to, get that beautiful breeze in, dude. I love the beach. Oh God, guys, this is beautiful.
So all in all, our budget in Goa was $35 per day on activities and $20 per night on accommodation. And we actually only went over one day. Otherwise, it was really easy to stay on this budget. Staying in Goa for a total of 5 weeks may have seemed like an interesting choice to some people, but there were so many days that we spent without cameras or without our phones, just drinking Fenny on the beach. We also rented a bike, like I said earlier, and we got a gym membership at Bull Rock Fitness, where we were almost every single day. And it kind of felt like we became like locals for this month and a half. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out our Mojigal video, this was one of our favorite places in Goa, so I will link that here as well. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was kind of a sporadic one, but I'm so happy you joined us, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.